Hello and welcome back to Malmö Game Week's main stage. My name is Victor and I work at Sverok, which is Sweden's largest gaming culture youth organization, or in Swedish, Spelförbundet Sverok. We help young people start their own gaming clubs or gaming associations, or not just gaming actually, it can be anything nerd related. Um, and we do so by giving them economical support, but also a lot of other support. You get discounts on certain stores, you get invites to our special hosted events, and you get a part of a bigger community than yourself. Um, and another thing we do is that we often have projects to support gaming culture and to make it an even better place. And currently, I am the project manager of such a project. It is called, in Swedish, Mer än bara spel, or in English, it is called Spela på spektrat, or in English, Playing on the Spectrum, so to speak. And we have a target audience of young people with a neuropsychiatric diagnostic, such as ADHD or autism, or in Swedish, just an MPF-diagnos, which is the term that I will be using for the rest of this presentation as well, NPF, which I think is a quite good umbrella term for the diagnostics. And in this project, we are doing a lot of different things to boost and support this target audience. And the main thing we have done this first year is that we have released a study called Mer än bara spel, or in English, More Than Just Games, which we'll be talking about shortly. But with me on stage, I also have...
My name is Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm from Rollspelssällskapet, and we're a part of Sverok.
Right, Rollspelssällskapet. So if you are not a native Swedish speaker, that is like the role-playing guild, I guess. What would you say?
Somewhat.
Yeah, all right. And what do you do in your club?
My responsibility is taking care of the books. Say a member wants a certain type of book, we don't have it, and then they talk to me, and I then get that information to the board and
Okay.
get the book in.
So
I also keep track of which books are lent out and
right.
all that.
And when you say book, you mean like role-playing rule books, basically, then?
Pretty much the rule books and like play sets.
Because you play a lot of...
help out with the minis.
Right. Minis. You're very good with the minifigures. I know. I've seen you paint them. They're very nice.
Yeah. I'm trying my best.
Yeah, right. And then, because you play role-playing games in your club, how often do you have meetings?
It's every Monday and every other Friday on even weeks.
Okay, so it's quite often.
Yeah.
Nice. And yes, so you're a part of Sverok as a member, but the reason that you're on stage right now is because you also have ADHD and autism, correct?
Yeah, and dyslexia.
Right. Okay, triple threat. All right, good. So I think it's very interesting to have you here on stage, and we have talked before this as well.
Yeah.
And I get, or the first time that I talked to you, I got quite inspired by your story. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people maybe can relate, because as I understood you then, and I hope that is the case still, that your gaming club has meant quite a lot to you.
Yeah, I have met a lot of friends through there. Before that I was really alone, but through Rollspelssällskapet I met a lot of people, and it's really nice.
And you said that you maybe had a difficult time getting friends before. What do you think changed, or how did Rollspelssällskapet make you get friends?
I didn't know exactly how to know if people liked the same stuff as me, so I just shut off and decided to be by myself. But then when I found a Rollspelssällskapet, I was more like, oh, you like the same thing as me? Good.
All right. So did that make you more at ease? Like, oh, I can talk about this?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't want to annoy people. I felt like I didn't want to annoy other people with the things I liked if they didn't like the same thing. So I just decided to be by myself before.
All right. Okay. Because that can be quite hard sometimes, no, for everyone, but maybe especially if I had autism. Like, am I like trying to read the other person? I guess is what you're saying. Like, do I annoy you now or not?
Yeah.
Do you think that, like, since you've gotten friends and feeling more accepted in your club, do you feel that you're more confident in life in general now?
Yeah.
Right.
Like before when I started, I was just a player, but now I'm been DM for like half a year, and it's going pretty good.
And I hope everyone in the stage or in the audience and the stream knows, but DM is short for Dungeon Master, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, and which is basically like the leader
Yeah.
of the session.
The person that's planned everything, builds the world, plans what's gonna happen, and then the players are the ones that decide to sidetrack everything.
Right, okay. I feel like I want to plug, but I don't know if you have any social for your minifigures.
What?
Do you have like any social media where you post the stuff you make?
We have Instagram, I know.
All right.
We also have a Facebook.
Yeah. So go check that out, because you make a lot of really nice miniature figures.
I try painting them as good as I can.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
We also have a Discord server.
All right, a Discord server, yeah.
Where you can like write out into one of the different of servers. Like there's looking for groups and looking for players.
Oh, nice. So if you live in Malmö or like in the vicinity or want to visit Malmö, I guess you can become a member of this club and also partake in like a weekly gathering.
It's 2 times free, and then we want you to become a member.
All right, okay.
I think it's 25 and under. It's 40 crowns a year.
That's quite cheap.
Yeah, and then it's 25 and up. It's 100 crowns for a whole year.
It still seems like a very reasonable price.
Yeah, it's extremely good. And then you get access to like D&D Beyond and all.
Ah, okay.
You can borrow our books and all that.
All right, nice. So yes, come visit if you're close to Malmö, or if you live in a city where you don't feel like you have a role-playing connection or community, maybe go ahead and start one of your own. Going to Sverok.se to learn more how to do that. But now, I'm going to talk about this study that we posted or published rather, earlier this summer. And I will present a bit of our findings, like what results we had, and then I think you and me could have a bit of a chat while we go through. So yes, as I said before, more than just games, about the importance of gaming culture for young people with NPF, which is a shorthand for neuropsykiatriska funktionsnedsättningar, which is an umbrella term, and I don't think there's any quite as good in English, which captures that essence of it, so that's what we'll be using today. So I talked a bit about what Sverok is, so it should be no surprise to anyone now, I hope. But that is the association that I am from, and that is also the association, or federation rather, that has been granted money to do this study and to host this project. So we have gotten money from Allmänna arvsfonden, and it's a 3-year project, which the first year has just passed by. So our goal is to help young people with autism and ADHD or other neuropsychiatric MPF diagnostics. So what was the purpose of our report or study? It is to showcase like all of the positive sides of gaming for young people who have this diagnostics, because quite often we hear more so about the negative than the positive or even neutral, I would say. And it's also to capture the parents, like what do they actually think. And we did this by having qualitative interviews. We had all in all 25 or so, both with young people, their parents, and also our gaming associations. And then we also did a survey study with parents who have a child with MPF, and we got almost, I think maybe it says, I'm guessing 826. Yes, all right, I remembered. So what did we learn from these interviews and this survey study? We boiled it down to a few key findings, and the first of them is that games serve multiple functions. It is quite common, I think, in my line of work that especially older people talk about gaming as like unhealthy fun, I guess, that is just like a wasteful pastime. But I think most people who interact with games would say that it actually means a lot of different things. And during this presentation, I often talk about digital games, but the young people are participating in all kind of different games. Like Jonathan, you also play role-playing games, for example, and LARPing, even cosplay is a form of gaming expression or part of gaming culture, nerd culture. But I think 96 of all participants also played digital games. So even if your main passion is cosplaying, it's not uncommon to also play digital games. Do you like digital games?
Yeah.
All right.
I play mostly on my PlayStation or on Switch.
All right. What do you play?
A few days ago, I downloaded Space Marine 2, and sometimes I play like Need for Speed with my friends online.
All right. Nice.
Maybe a bit of Phasmophobia.
Oh, okay. Wow, all of the games I don't like, but all right, okay. And one of the key things that a lot of young people mentioned is that playing is a way to recover or have like peace of mind, basically. Or in Swedish, often talk about återhämtning. Like after a stressful day, you can go home and actually relax while playing games, which I think stands in stark contrast to a lot of older people view games as like hyper-stimulative and opposite of relaxing, basically. And then a way to socialize, which maybe you agree with, as you said before, emotional regulation. And I told my grandma this actually, that it's a way to pick yourself up or like mirror your own feelings perhaps. And she was like, really, how can it be? But it's always about gunplay. Despite me and my grandmother having played so much Mario Kart and Mario Party, like she instantly reverts to me. She actually says like, oh, are you gonna play James Bond? I'm like, I've never played James Bond. Maybe Counter-Strike. But she thinks it's all James Bond. And I try to explain that, but like people who don't play games maybe partake in other cultural expressions like music, for example, and you wouldn't necessarily play the same music when you work out in the gym as you do when you're feeling sad on a Sunday. So you can use games in similar settings or similar senses, like you get a different effect from them. And then a lot of the young people said how important or perhaps even vital it is for their mental health to have games. This is what one young person said, and this has been translated from Swedish, so it is perhaps not totally clear, but I don't think I would be alive if I hadn't had games that I could turn to, which I think was a very poignant statement. And this is summarized like the parents' views on gaming interest as a whole. So they could also see that games serve multiple functions. And one thing that we didn't like actively ask for, but so many people wrote in like the free form survey or like even brought up in the interviews in different ways, is that they are tired of seeing games being listed as like the number one factor of their kids having being staying at home from school. And they would rather say that it is because like the school is badly adjusted for them, or that it is other problematics at school, which I found interesting because, rather, they are tired of hearing that games is the problem, so they wanted to like pre-combat that with me, I think. And then a lot of them said that games can be a way to actually get out of your room, that it is a window to the outside. And then 6 out of 10 parents feel that interest is crucial to the child's social life outside of the family. So over half think it is literally crucial. And this is what one parent said about their child who used to avoid school or had a problematic school attendance. If you're not in school, but the school and your friends forget, if you're not in school, both the school and your friends forget that you exist, but online you are visible regardless. So that then maybe a child, in this case, were you going to say something, Jonathan? No, all right. You're free to interrupt if you feel. But in this case, anyways, it was much easier for the child to return to school after having played games with their friends, because it can be quite awkward, like if you're gone for several weeks or even months, being like, hello, I'm back, can be quite stiff, and especially so if maybe you think social interactions is hard to begin with. Being social through games is considered to be easier by many of the young people that we interviewed and talked to. Gaming culture is therefore a key to community. It is a way to access group settings and friend groups that maybe you would not have otherwise. And part of this is also because, like Jesse said, it's a common interest. Like, you know that this is allowed to be talked about. This is appreciated.
People are not gonna feel like you're annoying.
No.
Or at least I know I'm not gonna have to worry that someone might feel I am annoying for talking about what I like.
Right, exactly. And NPF is perceived as more accepted in gaming culture. A lot of young people said this. A lot of young people also said that online there can be a lot of like harassment regarding like, oh, you're so autistic, or wow, you really got ADHD or whatever, or other colloquial terms for such. But the general majority or general consensus is that it is more accepted in gaming culture. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree on that.
All right. That's
Just from my own personal experience when I've been playing online.
Oh, right. Okay, good. And then this goes for both online and IRL, like gaming communities or gaming settings make it easier both online and IRL. But a lot of people said that especially online makes it easier because it removes the focus on body language. So maybe you don't have to like constantly decode the other, but also you don't have to worry as much about your own body language. Like, how am I moving in this room? What are people thinking of me right now just based on this? I know that a lot of autistic people in this study also talked about how nice it is to just stop having to mask your face. Like, you don't need to constantly be smiling or like searching for eye contact, which can feel unnatural for some people. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I'm trying my best.
All right. And a lot of people said that it's easy to be social on your own terms while you're online. You can log off without it being a big deal. You can go in and out of social avenues. Some people also talked about like you can lower the volume of the voice when you feel it's a bit overstimulating, for example. It's much harder to crank a person down IRL. Like, all of you are just exposed to whatever this microphone is spewing at you right now. One person had a really, I think, interesting example. They played a lot of, what is it called? It's an MMORPG that is quite niche, I guess, but it's heavy on the social aspect of the gameplay. And there they talked about when they go to like a park or something in game, like talking to their friends, they don't really need to care about everyone else because they are just static images. Either they are NPCs or they are just players, I guess, with their own fake avatar bodies. But if they go to a park in real life, they need to consider like all of their surroundings all the time, scan it, like what are people doing, how are they viewing me, how am I being viewed. So it's much more time consuming and energy consuming to do something IRL like that. But then there was a lot of people that also said that IRL makes it easier to deepen the connection. Like, maybe you can start having a friendship online, but it's easier to maintain and maybe actually become better friends by actually seeing each other in real life. And then some also said that on the same, I guess the other side of the coin, that even though they have a hard time decoding facial expressions, a lot of people find them to be very hard to understand in text as well. That maybe a lot of young people said that they are perceived as very blunt in text, but if they could see their own face, they would see that they are smiling or something. Do you feel that way? Do you ever talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Good. Well, not good, but I mean good that the study is semi-accurate, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Another topic that often came up is the value of support. And when we talked about support, we both meant societal support, but primarily through the caregivers, or in 99.9% cases, the parents. And support means a lot, is what all of the young people said. And that not getting support could lead to feelings of guilt or other negative emotions. And um, having talked to a lot of parents, especially parents of teens, might think that their teen child doesn't really care about them as much anymore, they just want them to go away. Generally, all teens still want their parents to care and support them in what they do. And I think especially with if the child has an NPF diagnostics, sometimes the need for parental support can continue for longer than a neurotypical person could. So support is really important to like not feel judged by it. And one example is here that without support, and this is what quite a lot of people said, that without support it is very hard to turn to your parent if something negative happens. Like, for example, if you're being bullied online or someone is harassing you or something like that, they don't really dare to share that because then they are afraid that they will just not be able to use the computer anymore, for example. Because the parent can't differentiate what is positive and what is bad. You see it all as bad. Do you agree?
Yeah, I recognize it.
How so?
From just personal experience, when I was younger, when I was playing like a bit of card and that, there was sometimes people that weren't that nice, and I didn't want to tell my parents. And for example, with Rollspelssällskapet, when I found it, my mom was the one who pretty much forced me to go there.
Oh, okay, forced. All right, good.
No, but it was that I was
it.
worried that they were not gonna have the same interest as me, and I'm gonna come there and annoy them. But my mom pretty much forced me, which I'm now happy for.
That's nice. How did she manage to force you? She dragged you. Okay.
Took the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Was ready to take the TV out, and
it was like extortion to get you to play role-playing games.
No, it's more that get me out of the house,
Okay.
then get my butt on the bus and get over there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I mean,
it's
salute.
more that way she did.
All right. Well, good job, I guess.
Yeah.
Moving on. So. So this is what one adolescent child said. It feels great that they let me like whatever the hell I want, they being the parents. If they hadn't supported me, I probably would have done my interest anyway, but it wouldn't have felt as good. Kind of like having to choose between having a family and being happy, which I think is such a sad statement, but good in this child's case that they had the support. But I think a lot of young people feel like they have to lead a double life, especially when they have a diagnosis, because it is not uncommon for other things in life to not work as well as for neurotypical. Like school is often a bit harder, it's harder to find friends. So then they have one thing that is going good in their life, then they don't want it to be like critiqued, I guess. And parents, their view of support. The parents who managed to give good support for the gaming culture explains that this made the relationship to the child better in many ways, like they strengthened the relationship. And going into this study, I thought that this would be the case. This isn't shocking to me. But I could also be like, well, no figure. If the parent loves games, then of course it would love that the child also likes games, because then they can connect. But this was also from parents who actually don't have a gaming interest, or perhaps got a gaming interest from their child, that they felt like when I spent time doing this, I could see the reward with my child. And I assume that this goes for a lot of other interests that the child has as well. I can't imagine that all of the ice hockey parents love going to the ice rink every weekend, but they do it for the child, and like I'm sure that's good for the relationship too. A lot of parents described that it was easier to find balance in everyday life, because when they got more knowledge of games, they could make rules, they could understand. I guess the typical example would be like, turn off the game now. Like, no, I can't, it's online. But a deeper understanding would perhaps be like, after this time you can't create any new games, so you can't find any new matches. You need to wrap it up by this time, so it will be done by this time, instead of being like, this is the finish line. To set more clear boundaries with the child. And also, like, I don't know, does your mom like role-playing games?
I've been trying to introduce at least my mom.
All right.
It's going.
Going so. But how did she like even come with the idea that you should go play role-playing games at Rollspelssällskapet?
She thinks it's a good. She likes me doing it.
Because I think a good thing is that if you're more like in tune with gaming, you can help your child find positive communities. Like for example, Rollspelssällskapet was for you, but also that, oh, this seems like a good game for my child. Maybe I should try this, or help her or him or they try this. And this in turn led to less conflicts. We could see a trend of this in the survey study. And the debate about screen time does not really take into account people with MPF, is what a lot of people said, or parents said, which I find interesting and perhaps more or less accurate. Since FOM, Folkhälsomyndigheten, our Department of Health, I guess, like everyday health, has made new recommendation for how much screen time a child should have, and that is with all good intent to ensure that a child has access to all that life has to give, so that screen doesn't like conquer out perhaps friend relationships. But a lot of people with NPF would rather explore their friend relationships or socialize through games or through online arenas. So then it becomes quite counterproductive to then remove the screen to encourage the child to do maybe no socializing at all. Association life or club life, and this is in Swedish föreningsliv, alltså att vara med sin förening, is that the association is an important meeting place for the young people we interviewed and talked to who actually are part of a gaming club. This is a place they can find friends, feel at home, feel a sense of community, but also grow as a person. I think you touched a bit on that.
Yeah.
Because when you started, you were normal player, I don't know.
Yeah.
But now you are also like a DM, but you also have a set of responsibility with like your books is your...
Yeah, take care of the books and all that. I also have to plan for my sessions, and if anyone else needs help finding certain books, I need to do that before I even start my own game on Mondays.
Do you feel that has helped you, I want to say grow, but maybe that is the wrong word. But
I know I've grown up, like, mentally, compared to how I was before.
All right. In terms of...
Even my dad has said that.
All right.
You have grown up more
that's nice.
mentally.
Okay.
So it's nice, like, knowing that I'm not the only one that feels it a bit.
Do you feel that your responsibility, seeing that like you can handle it and you do it so well in your club, do you feel more confident in taking responsibility outside of your club as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people label their associations like a safe room, and that it is much more open to NPF. And I guess, like in general, because associations and clubs are part of like the democratic structure in Sweden, and I really do believe that being part of a pro-democratic space is more open in general to different types of people, but also different types of expressions and interests and stuff like that. And then, as you said, having a leadership role, which you do now, then.
Somewhat.
No, but I feel like there's a certain...
I work underneath the head.
Yeah, but I'm...
So.
Yeah. Can feel meaningful. And this is especially true for people who have maybe autism or ADHD. A lot of young people and kids talk about feeling maybe that they are unable to do certain things that others can do. Not just that they might have a harder time doing it, but that it is impossible. So they feel criticized often by the school. So then it can be even more important to feel like, oh, I actually belong and I can do this. Can you?
Yeah.
You can recognize.
I recognize that so much.
And I think that is that has been one of the more rewarding parts of this research for me, talking to young kids and hearing how they have grown. and what it has meant for them to be part of this. And this is what one person said: "I feel honored that I get to be a leader, that someone thought, you are good, you get to be a part of this." And this is what another person said: "When I joined the local board, I could actually feel that I can handle this, even though I have my diagnosis and I have a little low energy sometimes. So now I feel that I can handle things better." So conclusions then. As a bit of a turnaround, games are more than just a fun pastime, even though I think having a fun pastime is quite important as well. but it can definitely mean and do other things for a person. Feeling supported in your interest is very important, and association life within the gaming culture can be a positive thing for young people with NPF.
You can find friends,
Yes.
partners.
Yes.
And
Yes, a lot of people found their partners as well. Maybe I should include this. Have you? No, I shouldn't ask on stream.
well, yes, and currently single.
Oh, okay. So
Newly single more.
Oh, okay, you can also find your ex through gaming culture.
Okay.
All right.
No thanks.
Great. This is the English one. All right. So we also concluded the study with tips for the parents, and that is to show interest in gaming culture, see gaming culture as a valuable cultural expression, build bridges to social community like your mom did, respect and explore self-expression. And what we mean by this is that, for example, if your child is into cosplay, like that is a very cool way to experience yourself. Like, what kind of things can I create? What is my own creative signature, for example? And have clear routines and handle conflicts together. And then we also had demands for politicians, which is to recognize gaming culture as youth culture, so that it should be as important as perhaps theater, dance, music, but also have it on equal terms with other pastime interests such as sports. And gather knowledge both about games and NPF, make it easier for young people to organize themselves, and that is in many different ways. On a municipality level, you could create, like you have in Malmö, Spelens hus, which is a very good thing for you guys, right? Like it provides locales that you can play role-playing games in and stuff. To offer a third room where you can play games together. But also, please give money to youth organizations. Make support available in such a ways, like I just said, but also help young people to actually take this responsibility. And invite young people in decision making. I think this is especially important, not just by the end, but by the incentive stages, but also in execution and part of the feedback and reviewing of it, so that young people are in touch with all of the decision making process. And now I have a little question time. Does anyone in the audience have any questions? I don't know if I can see if anyone raises their hands.
I don't see any hands.
But maybe no one do.
Oh.
Could you just go back to the parents thing? Because you just over that one.
I fifth it. All right. Is this the one?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Right. So for the streamers maybe didn't hear, I swooshed by it so fast. This clicker is going ultra speed, I guess. Okay, good. But do you have any questions about, because you haven't seen this before either? Was it like you expected? Was it worse? Was it better?
I think it was really good.
Oh, okay, so good.
Like, I recognize parts of it from my own life and some of the difficulties I've been through.
I think your experience is quite relatable for a lot of people, especially I would say if you have autism, just this whole, but even ADHD in general, I would say it is hard to feel like you fit in when you're young, but maybe even more so if you have autism. What would you recommend, like 13-year-old you or 13-year-old watcher, perhaps seeing this right now?
Don't be afraid to take the step. like, for example, if you have an interest, search up. Is there any like place with people with same interests
Mm.
instead of just being by yourself?
Mm.
Branch out.
Right.
That's what I wish I did earlier.
Yeah. Right. I think that's really nice. This is going off script a bit. Maybe I ask you now anyway, so we'll see. And if you don't have a reply to this, because it's a very hard question, maybe, but I think it could be interesting for watcher or listener or whatever you want to call it. Because you said that you have made friends in your gaming club. Are you also like friends that see each other outside of the club?
Yeah.
Or talk it?
When we've been out, because all of it, in my D&D group, we have one person recently moved, so she's in north part of Sweden now. So
Okay.
yeah, she can't play with us anymore.
No, okay.
So
That's
it's me and two other, and they're like 1-2 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So both of those are 18 plus. So sometimes, like during weekends, maybe like once every 2 months, something like that, we go out and drink.
Okay.
And the other two are 18 and below, so they're sadly not invited.
Okay. All right. Good.
No.
Okay, so now I'm swooshing past the alcohol talk. But I think a lot of young people with autism often ask me this, like, oh, I meet someone at a gaming event, but how do I actually become friends with them? Do you have any like advice, or how did it happen for you?
I would say share like contact information is the best.
And maybe also because you're part of this gaming club, you see each other multiple times, so you have like time to actually get to know each other and more opportunities.
We see each other every week, so that also helps a lot.
Yes.
And because we were in the same game, we when we were not at the association, we still messaged and talked like, what do you think the DM is gonna throw at us? What type of monster is he gonna throw at us?
Yeah. No, I think
so. That type of stuff.
Yeah, that's good input. Do we have any other question? I think one.
Can you comment on what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what do you say?
Can I comment on what I'm?
Like feedback on what you're saying.
If you can give me feedback.
Does it have to be like a question to you?
No, you can critique me or however you like.
What you're talking about, like my best advice for people with autism is just to read a bunch of fucking books about emotions, charisma, body language, just learn how to like express yourself. At least that's what I did, and it has made me to a completely different other person now.
Okay, so for the streamers, we an advice, I guess, to autistic people that you can also like research how to maybe work with body language and stuff like that, and charisma. Yeah, and that could be good for some. Yes, all right. Thank you for your input.
I thought that was very interesting, like when you talked about like the risk for kids that they don't want to talk to you about it because they're scared you're going to take the game away, and so this is more an online question. But is there any? Because my kids are like 10 and 12, they are very active online, but like it comes a point now where they want to like more social interactions with Discord and stuff like that. Is there any way? Do you, two of you, have any like recommendations of how to handle that in a way that they don't feel restricted but still feel parented?
Right. So the question is about how to navigate your kids growing up and wanting more social interactions on Discord. I think it is hard for me to give like a good reply to that, but in general, regardless if a child has MPF or not, I think it's good to talk and make decisions together with your child and make your own decisions understandable. Like, why do I let you do this? Why do I not let you do that? So it's understandable for the child and also like foreseeable. Make it more transparent.
Maybe set up like rules. You're allowed to do this, not do this, this. And also as a parent, like have login information. So if you feel like worried, go in, check. So nothing that is against
so? Would you be okay with if your mom did that?
If I know she has it, yes.
All right. Yeah.
Now I know she doesn't because
You're an
I
adult.
decided to get Discord when I was like 19,
Mm.
18, something like that. So I know they don't have my info on that. So,
Yes. I think
but it's still
yeah, I
don't
think
do
it's hard to give recommendations there, but I do think if you have your child's login, it's important to like share that you actually do and you can check stuff.
Yeah.
And the Discord is quite good because.
But for that age, like 10,
yeah.
12,
I
I would
agree.
say
Yeah.
having the login information, being able to check.
And Discord is quite
safety.
good because you can like help your child make settings so that like anonymous people can't contact you and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I guess that would be good. Was there one other question?
Say about for getting them involved, for example, Spelens Hus,
Mm.
that there is a clear plan or expectation of what is going to happen.
Mm.
That when you go, there's going to be about 6 people sitting at a table.
Right.
One person will lead the story. You will take turns. You will do the dice rolls and so on. There will be a fika.
Mhm.
There'll be a break. So it's hard to start going to something like Spelens Hus if you're just going to walk through the door and have no idea what to expect.
Exactly. So as a parent, it can be good to like visit maybe a gaming club before you send your child because maybe you don't even know what it entails. Because it is always good to prepare a child before.
We actually have like one shots open for everyone that's new.
Great.
We try to have that every week, so
Nice.
there can always come new people that can come and play and learn.
Great.
So we try to do that every week.
Mm.
And if you do good and like show that you're like listen to the story and engage, there's a good chance that one table that is playing a longer story, they might like, hey,
Adopt you.
yeah,
Yeah.
like say that, hey, you played good. Do you want to join our table
Yeah.
and play a longer story?
Yeah. And maybe if you don't play good or whatever, maybe you can come back. Like
More
it's
like,
a
yeah,
learning process
say-
as well.
Say that you need more time to understand how it works, and
Exactly.
like if you sit on your phone the whole time, like
Oh, not so engaged.
I
Yeah.
don't think people are gonna be that like you're not engaged in the story.
Yes. Maybe
Then you
first
might
time they're a
have
bit
difficulty
shy.
concentrating. Yes,
Yeah.
that's fine,
All right.
but that's another thing. But yeah.
Good. I think that is about time for us to wrap it up. I think that has been a really nice conversation with you, Jonathan. Thank you so much for getting on stage with me.
I'm
Thank
happy
you
to be
very
here.
much to the audience and whoever watched the stream. And we are going to do so many more fun things in this project. We are going to start up so-called friend groups here in Sweden based on interest but also geographical position. So if you're interested to take part of that, please come to our website and you can sign up for this project. We are also hosting leadership courses for young people with NPF diagnosis. So that can also be signed up for on the site. So I really hope that some of you watching are interested in that. Or if you're a parent with a child, please contact me or someone else in Sverok and they will help get in contact with me so we can set something up. We also do free lectures to schools, fritidsgårdar and stuff like that. So you're very much welcome to let me know. Okay, that was it. I'm taking a breath and saying thank you very much again and a big round of applause.